guys, welcome back to my channel. I did a video earlier about skincare and skin prep, and now I'm going to show you my full glam for, I'm actually just going out, but I think this is like a really good video for like a haldi or like a day function at a wedding. Like not if you're the bride, but if you're like a wedding guest or something. So I think this is like a fun color, especially if you're warm tone like me. Now you're wondering what is warm tone. It's someone who gold jewelry suits more, and there's lots of articles about it. You need to figure out your tones before you ever get into makeup, because it's very difficult to select your foundation without it. I'm going to start with my skin because I need to do a little bit of color correction, and that needs to sink into the skin a little bit before I start with foundation and other things like that. So I've prepped my skin, and now I am going to put primer. So since I want a glowy look, I'm using the MAC Strobe Cream. This is a really small one, but it came free and I like these small little things. You use it and you end up actually like using it. So the Strobe Cream kind of goes in to places that you want to highlight. So I'm just putting this on the cheeks here. I mean, this is really extra for like a day out, but I just felt like doing that. I was in the mood for it. On my nose here. So you'll notice wherever I put the strobe cream is where I'm going to put all my various highlights. And now I'm going to go in for like a proper primer, which is the e.l.f. Putty Primer. I really like this. It's like my new favorite primer right now. I'm just going to put that in all the areas where I think my pores tend to show and where I want to brighten my face. So also let me know in the comments like what kind of videos you want to see. I'm going to put a little bit on my lids as well. You can use an eyeshadow primer, but this seems to do the job as well. Putting it wherever I need it, wherever I need the makeup to kind of stick. I also think this gives a really nice smooth surface, so you can, I'm ruining my nails right now, but whatever, I'll paint over it again. This gives a really nice smooth base for your makeup application. Now I'm going to go in for color correction. I really like using the LA Girl Pro Concealer. Orange. It's like, I put a little bit on my hand because I used to put it directly on my face, but girl, it would just be too much and difficult to handle. So I just put a little bit on my hand, and then I can just pick up product as and when required. So I take a dense small brush. So I'm taking the pack to one knife brush, and I'm just going to take a small mirror so I can really look at this properly. Sorry for the noise at the back, that's the AC. Can't be helped. I cannot apply makeup without AC. Have you ever noticed that every time that you really want time to get ready, you never have time? I am in such a rush right now. I hate being late as well. So I have put a lot of orange concealer wherever I feel like I need to cover up a bit of hyperpigmentation. I'm going to take a little bit with my finger and put it under the eye, because I have a little bit of dark circles. Very slight, but I still like to put a little bit of that orange concealer. You also have to work a little fast with this because it dries down really fast. While that is setting, I'm going to be doing my eyebrows. So I'm just taking a spoolie like this and brushing it out. Then just taking a very narrow brush and just drawing out any of sparse areas. I kind of take a brush like this to mimic hair strokes. So it just looks really neat. I like to use the grey in this palette because black just makes it too dark. You can use black towards the ends if you have any sparse areas, but right in the front of the face, if you put too much of black eyebrow powder, it just becomes really too intense. Also for wedding makeup, I think you need to accentuate your brows a little bit more because in pictures they kind of disappear if you have like sparse brows and stuff. And then when I'm happy with that, just brushing it out. There's also like a waxy part of this eyebrow cord, so I just like to set my eyebrows. Now I'm going to try something new I haven't done before, but I saw this on Jada Essence Hall. She's like a drag queen who won season 12 of RuPaul's Drag Race. She set her color corrector with powder first. So I'm going to do that. I'm using the Sugar Set the Tone Tinted Powder in 30 Chocochino. I've been really liking this powder. It's like a loose powder. Taking the puff and just setting wherever I've color corrected. There was very little on the puff, so it's just a very quick. Okay, done. Now we're gonna go in for foundation. I am using Fit Me Matte and Poreless Normal to Oily. Well, I guess when I go out and you're gonna sweat and stuff, especially if you're at a wedding, a little bit oily. And the shade 330, and it also has SPF, so that's really good for like a day function. So I'm just gonna squeeze out a little bit the other hand. I think that should be enough. And I'm going to be using a foundation brush today. So I bought this like years ago. I think you get it now here, but it's the Zoeva 104 puffing brush. I'm just going into the foundation. I'm just gonna start puffing it in. I really like this brush because usually when I use brushes, the makeup can be streaky. I'm more of like a beauty blender girl, but make sure you go down to the neck. I really like how foundation applies with this brush. As you can see, all the color corrector is covered and you just have like one shade now on the face. You take a little bit more foundation. Yeah, that's another issue with brushes also. I mean, I guess with everything, your foundation does get absorbed. Taking a little bit more. And going in. Down to the neck. You don't want the neck to be a different color. Going into the forehead, up to the hairline but not onto the hair. Careful precision. How's the skin looking? Looking good, looking good. I'm just going to look up close. I think the important thing is to cover all that color corrector. You don't want like orange on your face. Okay, some lipstick color. You just want an even base. Also, what I love about this foundation is how skin-like your skin looks after you've applied it. Great, perfect, perfect. Now for concealer, I'm using the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Biscuit. I really like this. It has a little bit of peach undertones and I think that's why it's got color correcting properties. I go straight in and I'm going to put a little bit on my lids as well. And we're going to blend. I'm using this brush. I just randomly got this. I don't know the company. I'm just going to use it. Ooh, that's a nice brush. So just I take a little bit up to here and then just spread it out on the lid. I think because we're doing like a light color on the lid, I'm putting a little bit of concealer. If I was doing a darker color, I wouldn't do that because you can make the colors on your lid work for you when you're doing dark colors. You don't have to put too much product on. And let me look again in my tiny mirror. Now I am going to set all of that. I am taking my trusty puff. I'm going back in with the sugar powder, taking a little bit of the cap. So if I was doing like liquid products, I would not be setting right now. But since I'm just continuing with powder products, so I take a bit of this, put it on your hand a bit, don't put it directly on your face, and then start setting. Take more from the hand, set the eyelids as well. Skin looking good, skin looking good. So I think we'll take a break from the skin for now and let's do the eyes. So I really like this Huda Coral Obsessions, especially for Indian skin tones, warm skin tones, and for weddings and stuff. Trust me, this is the palette that you want. I don't know if they still do this, but they're like similar palettes like this with all these colors, like oranges, reds, golds, browns. Very, very useful. So I'm going to go straight in with this dark brown color, and I'm going to be taking a blending brush. So you want a fluffy brush like this. This is also some random brush someone gave me. I think with me, because I'm so obsessed with makeup, it's just people just know to give me stuff that's related to makeup. So just going into the crease and just using a windshield wiper motion. Doing the same thing on the other eye. Also, in a lot of videos, you see one person finishing one eye and going to the next. That isn't a very professional thing to do. You need to do each step that you're doing on each eye, you need to do them at the same time so that they're even and equal. Okay, I've added some definition to the eye, just blending that. Blending, super important, blending. And now, the fun part, going in with this mustard color, and I'm just going to use a flat brush like this and put that all over my lid. This is more of a matte look, which is not usually what people do at weddings, but I thought this could be kind of a fun Haldi look, morning function, you know, and also to be different from everyone else's look, right? Okay, now we're going in for eyeliner. So I'm going to be taking my Maybelline Colossal. I just find this easy to work with. Everyone has their preferences, but I like the sketch pen kind of thing. Now looking directly at the mirror, I'm going to just use this and just make a wing with the sticker, and then do the same thing. Try and get the same angle. Right? And then from there we can kind of build. Kind of got a thing there. Don't worry, we haven't stopped there. Now I'm going to take my kajal. I think I'll go back and Maybelline Colossal the kajal, and I'm just going to fill in that. also going to tightline the upper waterline. Okay, now these sparse areas need to be filled. I'm going back in with the liquid liner. Just okay, now I'm going to go back in with that darker brown color that I used and taking the brush that I used. Let's do that. It's a brush. Okay, the brush I'd use. I'm just going to put a little bit in my under eye. And I'm going to take some bright color like maybe this one and just put a little bit in my inner corner to just make it pop. You could also put this in the center if you want like a glossy look. I think this looks really pretty. Now we're going to go in for the cheeks. I'm going to be using the Sugar Contour Mini Blush in Coral Climax. Look at this color. And I'm going to be taking a fluffy brush. No, I'm going to take this brush actually. Okay. And then for highlight, I'm going to be using the Fenty Beauty Kilowatt Highlighter in Mean Money and Hustler Baby. And I'm going to be taking this side and just taking brush like this. I'm just putting a little bit. Now to set everything in place, I'm using the Pixie Glow Mist. And while that sets in, we are going to finish up the eyes. I'm going to put mascara, Maybelline Sky High mascara. For lips, I'm going to go in with the Huda Beauty Lip Contour 2.0 in rich brown, and I'm just going to line my lips. I've also filled in my lips a little bit, and then I'm going to go in with my MAC Whirl lipstick. That looks cute, but I don't want it to be too brown, so I am going to put a little bit of my Urban Decay Temper lipstick. It's like an orange lipstick. I'm just going to dab that so that I get a little bit of orange. There you have it. That's my final look. What do you guys think? This is fun for going out and for like fun wedding functions where you aren't over the top, but you also look like made up and pretty and like gonna have fun. So thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe.